Yes, Banga. First you observe that I'm going to create a database, okay? But it is a very big topic. The concept starts with working with databases
Pastor,
first. Yes.
1 minute, please. Just 1 minute.
Yes, yes.
Hello, Pastor.
Yes, Banga.
Yeah, yeah. Who is the Who is the presenter?
Robin?
Prasad.
Yes.
Yeah, who is the presenter?
I'm the presenter actually.
Yeah,
So is the
I
screen
wanted to.
shared to you?
Yeah, I wanted to record this video. I wanted to be record because they said I can record now. I wanted to be recording it myself.
Recording, that I hope they can do the recording. And I asked Robin also. So I will send a message to Robin 1 minute.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
send a message to him because they said when I start
Yes.
today I should be recording myself. So I wanted to record so I can download everything to my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me ask him.
Understood, understood. Yes, they are recording. Robin is recording this. Banga.
But let me tell him I want a recording that can download to my laptop. I don't want the one that they will they will send to YouTube. I've told Prasad, I've told Shekar.
Okay.
Let me tell him, please. Because
Okay,
this is
Robin, they want to download. I am telling. Okay. Fine. I shared that. You too can send a mail to them that like if you have any requirement. But I don't know that recording procedure and other things, how they will make it available on YouTube, because generally the process is recording and making it available through YouTube. Okay.
yeah, I understand it, but there's a way they can do it that when they send the video to me, it might not be the video version, it might not be the video version, it might be the one that I can download to my PC.
Okay. Okay. I understood. And I shared the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. But recording is going on now.
All right. I know. I think they know now. If they don't do it, that's
Fine. Fine, Banga. See, we are working on creation of databases, which I have already covered, but that's not sufficient to have a discussion. Okay.
Okay.
Now in the administration, first activity, I want to explain the database architectures first to you. But some extent of the database architectures make you clear how a SQL Server database work, how it deals with the database related services. Those are all the things we're supposed to discuss initially. Okay. Now I'm just sharing certain things related to the architecture, and then I will move forward to work with many things. In the administration, first thing we need to understand, somehow I explained about architectures of application, one tier, two tier, three tier, n tier. Now I'm going to explain the architecture of your database. Then we will work with database creation and other things. Fine.
Yeah.
See, now the database which you consider as a repository where data is available, this database, if you want to communicate, you need to connect to the database engine first. Okay. The database engine is a layer which allows us to communicate with the backend database. That is what I want to share here. So this one, which I have collected, which I have selected in a different color. The bluish one, what you consider, that is a layer where you can communicate with the database called as engine, the blue color. So what is engine, you can ask me. The engine deals with many services. What are those things? Like this only can engine stores. So majorly the purpose of storing, then you want to query the data, query, so that how you are sending a request for reading the data, and it process the request, whatever the request sent by the user. So store, query, process, and the security, right? Security of all your data objects or security of data on the database. So this is what you need to understand first. So I'm drawing a small layer here. This layer I designed it as database engine. Okay. This is one layer where this type of database engine layer deals with certain services related to these operations. What I have written there. Okay. The next part of this database engine is some services called as service broker. I'm drawing those blocks here. Please observe service broker. We need to understand database architecture first. This is SQL Server architecture I'm drawing here. Okay. This is very important. Banga?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. This is SQL Server architecture which I am presenting here to you. Database engine, in that we have a part called service broker. I'll explain what is service broker. Okay. Then other parts, let me draw it here. Then easily you can understand. So the next block is replication. So the replication service is a service available here. The next block is full text search. This is also a database service. Full text search. The last block is the block. That block I am writing here only for the notification services. Fine. If you look into these four different blocks, whatever I have drawn here, each block is presenting a type of service under the database layer. Replication, full text search. Have you taken those things? And the category of the different types of like content I presented here, and notification services. Now these four are the four different blocks playing a role of different services under the database. That is, the last one is notification services. Now have you taken what is the role? Now here you can draw one more block of line, and the similar things here easily you can analyze. One is integration services.
Yeah, Prasa,
Yes,
that service broker, is that the spelling?
I will explain now everything.
No, no,
Okay.
no, no. I mean the spelling. Is that how it was spelled? The
Yes,
broker?
spelling is service broker, correct only.
Okay.
Only the space is required, I didn't give. Okay. Here space should be given in between service and broker. Okay. A is not required. Okay. That's all. That is correct only. Full text search, notification services. So integration services, analysis services, and reporting services. So this is the database entire architecture. Taken point.
Yeah.
So I hope you understood now the role of the database environment. Now one after one these points I will explain. So this is architecture of the database, SQL Server. Okay. Now when you are going to communicate with that, first one is engine. The role of the engine I mentioned here. What the role? That you please observe. So when you want to communicate with database, first you need to communicate with the engine. Then only you can perform whatever the things you expect to do, right? That is like querying data, processing data, request, and security on the data. These are all fine. Now, when you start working on this, certain things, the database engine features only I explained, but in SQL we have many things to have a discussion. What is that service broker? You know, just let me share one example of the service broker. Assume that this is our database. Multiple users are trying to connect to the database. When multiple users are trying to access this database from different locations, user 1, user 2, user 3, so these users will stay in a queue for a while as long as the server is not available, right? Have you experienced any time server busy, we cannot process your request like message, Banga?
Yes.
When did you receive? So you may try to access the bank application, but when you try to access the bank application, have you experienced any time application not available like thing? I don't think so. Am I right, Banga?
Yeah, you're right.
So you didn't experience it like application is busy, server is busy, we can't process your request. It doesn't happen. Reason, these are the multiple users request will stay in a queue. Okay?
Right.
All user requests will stay in a queue. So the requests which are staying in a queue will be served one after one as and when the server is free. So the service broker ensures that all the requests will be served as and when the server is like free. Point taken.
Yeah.
That is called a service broker architecture.
Mm.
Taken point. See, request 1 has been sent. That is the user 1 request. Now you consider that user 1 request is getting served by the server. That time you are sending a request. Your request should stay in a queue. Got my point?
Yeah, I got it.
So that never be failed, but it never be handled immediately. It may take one nanosecond of time. Okay, one nanosecond of time, but till that time your request will stay in a queue. Then the second user request will be started. The second user request will goes on. So next is moves into the queue. Point taken?
Yeah.
Then
Prasa,
third user request will stay in a queue. Likewise, it is an order, it goes on.
yeah. Prasa,
Yes.
before you move on, is that a deadlock? It's
No,
like
no.
a
Deadlock is a situation related to transactions. It is not
okay,
transactions. It is
okay,
availability I am talking.
okay, okay.
It is not transaction. I'm not talking about a table and other things. I'm talking about server
Server, okay.
because we are having a point of discussion related to admin architecture. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
not
All right.
user level.
Okay,
User level, those are all transactional management. That is a deadlock situation. Okay,
okay,
it is like a service architecture I'm talking.
okay. Service architecture, okay.
Yes, I hope you understood now clearly.
Right, right. I get it. Right, you're right.
Okay, so this is a service layer. So that is the first one. Then second one is replication. I will just want to share with you two things. Easily you can understand. So is the service broker clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Then I will go for replication. The replication, very clear, very easy to analyze. Simple term of the replication is copying data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But in a single word, people may call it as copying data. But I want to give a big meaning in a simple word. Okay.
So what's the definition of replication?
Replication allows you to copy and distribute data and other objects from your server to any other server.
Okay,
Any other server is what? Just I want to share a small logic here.
okay,
You have a computer here, which is like a server.
right.
Okay. This server, which you consider as a database server, you may have a lot of data in this, right? This data, whatever you are maintaining, you want to make it available to other locations. So this database, I want to copy some extent, I want to place it here. This you consider that it is your database server. Okay. Now the entire picture where you have this data in a particular server, in the organization network you may have many other servers. Okay. So these many other servers in the sense here, I just want to place it some other locations, some other servers I have drawn. Okay. Now here these many servers. Now assume that you are a bank employee, bank executive. Okay.
So Prasa,
Yes.
Prasa, Prasa,
Yes, please. Yes,
yeah.
please.
How many type of replication they have in the SQL Server?
Pardon?
How many type of replication they have in SQL Server?
Replication types are not there. That types I will explain. Okay. Replication type is different from why do we need to have a replication? Okay.
Okay. I think
Replication is nothing but huh?
yeah, we still treat the replication as a topic in a whole, right? Later on.
This is not subject to replication we are discussing.
Okay.
Service replication we are discussing.
Okay.
When we move to the chapter of doing practical of replication,
Yeah.
then that is nothing but how you copy the data.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Here
Go
I
on.
am going to explain two things. One is the production server. Second one is other servers. Other servers in the sense I will write what are all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The other servers can be reporting server, backup server, standby server, and all many other category of the servers. Okay. Taken my point?
Yeah.
So these are all you can consider as different category of the servers. What is reporting server? This one you take into consideration first. Okay.
Okay.
What is production server and what is reporting server? This thing I want to share now.
Okay.
Do you have any idea what is production server?
Yeah.
What is that?
I think production server is the one that the users, that the one we have on online, that user can, that,
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. The server which is readily available online and where your major transactions takes place, right?
yeah,
So like payments, majorly, like suppose here every organization work with a motive of earning profits, right?
right.
So the revenue will be generated only when the public or any business operation takes place. Like I want to make some payments in the bank. So the payments are always a production server, but how much balance I have, I can check from the reporting server. Okay.
Mm, okay.
So once if I make a payment here, that should be recorded immediately in the database. Got my point?
Yeah.
But when I try to take the data from there, that data as a report, if I want to take, it has to be sent to the reporting server.
Mm,
Got my point?
I get it.
So, so that this process of sending the data from production to other servers is replication.
Okay.
Other servers can be of any type, doesn't matter here. Okay?
Okay.
Because based on the type of requirements, you may establish these servers.
Right.
This will be varied from organization to organization. It cannot be fixed in any nature.
Yeah, it's
Okay?
very.
It is varied. Taken point?
Yes.
Okay, great. Fine. Now, if you consider the next one, full text search. Okay? How do you search for anything in internet? So, like you consider that this is a Google search engine I'm using. Okay? Banga.
Sir.
Yes, Banga. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
See, I want to make it more efficient way to explain. Fine. Fine. 1 minute. Wow. 1 minute. Creates a lot of time for us. Yes, Banga.
Yes.
Now you assume that whatever I'm typing here. Okay.
Right.
This is your application. Google. Okay.
Yes.
This is your database. Your search request will goes to database or not? Your search request will reach to database or not?
Yeah.
So every search request will reach to database, right?
Yes.
So what type of search you follow usually? What type of search you follow? So I will tell that. Okay.
Okay.
Command based search, What is command based search? Like you can write something as a command, like you want to know about a command like revoke. Okay. So
Yeah.
in case of any type of information, if you want to search, you may issue a command. Okay. Anything like a English word is a command, or I want to know I want to have an idea of replication. So I will search by typing exact word, whatever I want to search, right?
Right.
So that command based search, context based search. Context based search is that you know how computers work. Point taken.
Right.
So, and now here, if the database has a lot of information here as the form of table, right?
Sure.
Now, how efficiently it searches for the data is the service called as full text search. That I will explain that how it will be. Okay. Suppose here you want to search for some information, like you want to search for fabric. Assume that you are typing here as I want to know about fabric. Okay. So what are the other terms related to fabric? Can you give me an idea?
Color.
Color,
Yes.
cotton, garment. Point taken.
Yeah.
So I want to search for something produce. It has to give the information about production. And I want to search for information near to school. It has to give the information about around school. It has to give the information about behind school. Point taken.
Yeah.
This type of proximity in the sense reaching to the nearest meaning. This is called as proximity. See, it is an intelligence search. It is not a normal search. Point taken.
Yeah.
This intelligence search is being handling by SQL Server to match with the nearest value, that is called as proximity. Suppose here you want to search for fabric, it is searching for cotton, garment, okay? And
Yeah.
you are trying to search for produce, it is searching for production, produces. And if you want to search for something as garment, cloth, fabric, these are all the things near to school, around school, behind school, and opposite school, like you want to search for some address. Okay. This type of feature is called as full text search. This can be configured in your database.
Okay. Mm.
So what is major advantage? You are not writing any logic in the search engine. You are implementing the logic for searching in database.
Mm.
Point taken?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Then these three things comes into discussion: integration, analysis, and reporting. I'm not going to explain those three, okay?
Okay.
Because those three anyhow we had a discussion earlier.
Right.
Notification services, actually these services have been withdrawn in some versions. These are all what you know. Assume that Banga is a administrator, but Banga may not be available every time at server location, right?
Yes.
He may move to different locations where the similar infrastructure is there and he is busy in some other areas. So may not be continuously follow the operations of the admin. But As an administrator, the user wants to know the information, Banga wants to know the information, what is happening in admin platform. At what time users have logged, at what time users are locked off, and what are the extent of the memory or storage allocated, what are the objects withdrawn, what are the new objects got created, currently how many users are logged, when the replication was taken place. These are all the information will be sent to the administrator's email account automatically using these services. Point taken?
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
Yeah, in that notification service, right?
Ah,
So do we have where we can check it on a database, or what kind of tools, or how do we, you
I have
know?
given a point that is like it will be customized to be sent to the user's mail accounts in organizations like your
Oh,
Outlook.
so how can we check if the existing database contain all these visuals, all these
Pardon?
database? You know, you explain the database engine architecture for us, right? So
Yes,
now
yes.
let's assume that you're working in a new environment and you want to know maybe all these services. I mean, the service broker, replication footage. How do we check it in the
We
database?
can't check. We can't check. We can't check. We will
We
use
can
these
check.
services. That's why we are learning it.
Okay.
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 We can't check anything because it is the strength of the Microsoft database.
Oh,
They provided these are all the things as to work on all these, right?
right, right.
So this we are learning like how a human architecture. Same manner here we are learning architecture. But we can do replication, we can do service broker, we can do full text search, we can do integration, analysis, reporting, right?
Okay.
And one more thing, the last one I want to share with you. Give me 1 minute of time, then that the last point you can easily analyze. Okay. Okay. This is what it should not come like this. So now this one you please observe what I mentioned here.
Yeah.
What I mentioned, this is .NET Framework integration I mentioned.
Right.
Why I have added for everything this has been integrated. Not only for engine services, not only for replication services, it is been configured for every layer of the database that I request you to observe. What is .NET Framework I will share. This is very important when you really working on that. These things will affect with the comfortness of working with admin. Okay, any area.
Okay.
Now you consider that how do you deal with database engine and what are the type of language what type of language you will use? Tell me. What is the language which deals with database?
Uh, Come again.
What language you will use to communicate with database?
SQL.
Yes, very good. So SQL is the language, structured query language, right?
Yeah.
This structured query language, is it same like Java? Is it same like C Sharp? No,
No.
no. So these capabilities are different from the capabilities of Java and C Sharp.
Yeah.
Okay. We cannot write any complex code using SQL. We can deal only with database objects. Is not for the purpose of defining any complex business logic.
Yeah.
Taken point.
Yeah.
Now consider that you have a need to completely change the data before storing. You want to completely encrypt it. Okay.
Um, Rasa,
Yes.
so we were saying, and it's a known fact that we use a structured query language to to get something from the database. But is there any way we can write a Java program to get something from the database?
That is the thing I'm explaining, not Java, only .NET. That is .NET integration that I combined here. You observe.
Okay.
Why I combined .NET integration for every area? So you write a code using C#. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to explain that practically? I can show to you, right?
Okay.
C#.NET. Okay.
Okay.
And consume in SQL Server. This is the one. Java not supporting. Leave it.
Okay.
Fine. So
Right.
any complex code you can write using C# that you can use in SQL.
Okay.
So that is .NET integration. Every area. Suppose if you are working in certain areas, see, I want to show one thing. Here at the time of connection, you can go for any one of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we are connecting to engine only. Apart from this, you look into one particular area. I'm connecting SQL Server. So what do you want to do? Analysis services or
Right.
integration services? I'm selecting integration services here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or I want to go for analysis. Anything you take this point of time. I selected integration services. Then I open this data provider viewer is okay. 1 minute. So I clicked on this. This is also wizard base. Oh God. 1 minute. Okay. So where it is getting opened? BI. Is it opening in Visual Studio or not?
It's open.
Where it is actually what I selected? You just observe. I selected BI platform tool. Business intelligence development tool I selected.
You're right.
This everything is been integrated with .NET framework only.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taken point.
Right.
Fine. I hope I explained the complete architecture to you. How good
Sure.
are you in this?
Yeah, you did.
Full text search is clear to you.
Right.
For fun, I have created this Google. Okay. Otherwise, the search engine has to take entire strain and stress to
Right.
retrieve the information. We
Right.
are reducing the load on search engines. We are implementing the logical search in databases
Mm-hmm.
so that optimization will be high.
Right.
See, not
Rasa,
only computer and application.
Rasa, Rasa,
Yes.
I want to ask you, have you been in the organization that you're among the team that's going to, like, let's say your company you want to hire people, right? Maybe new SQL Server or SQL Server DBA, right? Have you been among the team that interview people?
Come again.
I said, have you been in a team that interview, let's say in your company want to hire new SQL DBA. Have you been in a team among the team that interview people?
So I'm not there in the interview panels, but I was there in certain areas of interview processes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
See, the situation is directly a senior DBA if we want to recruit, that is different from moving as DBA, right?
Okay.
See, we want a candidate, the position is DBA position, okay?
Yes. Yes.
So how can I choose a right candidate there? First thing, right candidate in the sense I want to have a complete knowledge person where he can work with certain integration services. That is a requirement, right?
Yes.
So I want to have a candidate who can be a master in certain backups and restorations. Okay.
Yes.
So these are all specific requirements where gap can be filled. Apart from that, DBA in a general terminology, we will find a proper resource who have some knowledge of general things. Okay.
Okay.
So in an interview, the candidate may have knowledge of 2 years or 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, but knowledge will be varied from environment to environment. It is not fixed the same type of operations he has done, because see, once if a candidate is working as DBA, it will not be given continuously on the same job in an organization. He will
Sure.
be moved to different areas, and he
Right.
will be yes,
You
he will
get
be a
it.
member with a team also.
You know why I asked you that question, right?
Some areas of the admin related scenario based. That's why I'm giving the idea always scenario based teaching. Okay.
Okay. I was thinking maybe you have been among the interview. I was like, what are the questions you ask people? But don't worry, move ahead. We go to
That
that later
depends.
on.
That depends. It's not the type of a question. Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Move
Eh,
ahead.
yes.
Go
It's a
ahead. Go ahead.
situation. Then the discussion can take place in case of really a senior person, or else some direct questions can be asked.
Yeah. I just wanna know, get inside how you ask questions.
Understood. Understood.
All right. You can move ahead.
Yes. So you can query me now. Any point of discussion. I hope I have given the required idea of all the things. Then I will explain some other things. This is the point I'm asking. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I hope you are clear with everything, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you go back and then you start working with this database management simple. So my SQL server I opened. So when you start working with any database, so I'm just simply issuing a statement, create database. Uh, my DB1. Okay. That I created my DB1. So when you issue sp underscore help DB, my DB1, this gives the architectural information of what are the type of database got created here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you look into this. There are two files got created in a different location here. Do you know that what are those two?
MDF and the log LDF.
Yes. So what are these two?
The log one you can log one can be like a backup. If you lose if you lose the file or the database, you can go to the log to get it from there.
Okay. So the log file will maintain all the information of what type of operations were taken place on the database, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So in case of MDF, how much space is allocated to MDF? 1280 KB, right?
Mm.
In case of MDF is filled with data, what can I do?
Uh, if it's filled with the data, uh, you can allocate more you can allocate more size, more memory to it.
That is only the solution.
Maybe you can shrink the data.
Shrink. Okay. What else?
Uh, what is you can look at the add more memory, shrink the data. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Now I'm sharing. Okay.
okay.
Assume that you created a database like how we have created MyDB1.
Mm,
This MyDB1 we created.
yeah.
So some space allocated when you created MyDB1, 2 MB. Assume that 2 MB. but the space is not allocated in database. Database is only a repository. It doesn't maintain data, right? The data available in your computer hard disk in a physical location. That point already I shared very long back. Now, this is the location where you can find your data. These are all actually your hard disk drives, right?
Yeah.
The data stores in the database, like in the hard disk, you can cross this layer using operating system. Now, this will be created like a file. The file is called as .mdf file. So this file is called as primary data file.
Mm.
And this file always will be associated with a file called as log file. Okay. So assume that this file, whatever you created, the MDF file got created, one particular MDF. Now you created a database. So the database name is MyDB1. It was created in the location. This location also I'm placing here. It got created in this location of your computer. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the place under data this got created. Now I want to take you to that place.
Okay.
Okay. So MS SQL Server, then the location here, 1 minute. This should be copied completely, will be comfort to us. This I want to copy. Two lines is creating a trouble. Instead of searching for the exact instance. Okay, I will search for the exact instance here. See that I just moved. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the path you observe that. Where it is that program files, Microsoft SQL Server, MS SQL Server. The version is 10_50.MSSQL Server 2008 MS SQL data. In this, it was got created. MyDB1, MyDB1 log. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I see the both.
Yes. These two are, the one is MDF file, one is LDF file, log file and data file. Now, in case if my primary data file is not capable enough to hold new data, I can go for another file called as NDF file. That is called a secondary data file. Got point?
Yeah.
This LDF is common for MDF and NDF.
So how will you create the secondary data file? Is it going to be created automatically, or you are the one that will create
No,
it
no,
yourself?
you have to create manually using code,
Manually.
using wizard. Two approaches. Okay, using code, using wizard. That we shall see first. MyDB1 we created. Same manner we shall create a database. New database. That my database name is MyDB2. Okay.
Yeah.
I am showing now here using wizard. I will show through code also. I made some code ready for you.
Okay.
This is a big code. Okay. Okay. So this is MyDB2 I'm creating. So MyDB2 is the logical name and file type is the rows data. I will explain what is primary and all the things I will explain. Okay. These are all the things I will explain. But now I'm explaining only adding a secondary data file.
So, Prasad, let me ask you a
Yes.
question. Are you going to send me a note that I can read to understand all these things?
Exactly. I will send the notes of this, everything what I have covered.
I mean, separate notes apart from the
Separate
yeah,
notes, theory.
notes that that
Yes, yes, yes,
documented notes,
yes, yes, yes.
that can
I will
cover
send the
the
notes. Yes, not
that can co
programs, notes,
that'll cover
notes.
this particular topic.
Yes, to study
Oh,
that, I will send a notes.
all right.
Apart from this whiteboard.
Okay,
Okay?
apart from this one, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. I will send the complete notes. What is
Thank,
engine? What is replication?
thank you very much.
Everything I will send.
But the only thing you don't communicate through email. I don't know that mail. Maybe you don't. It's not your personal mail. You don't come. I wish to be communicate with you often, but you don't. I don't know why you
No,
don't
no,
want
no.
to
I
have
will
it.
respond immediately. Don't worry. I will respond. But one or two times, in case of office, if they don't allow, there in office, we can't open our other websites, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. By time when we come out from home, it will be late.
Tired.
So you know that we don't like to open our web system again. That is the reason. So daytime we can't open any other application.
Okay.
Only after reaching home or before going office, then only I can search it.
Okay.
But I can share it. Don't worry. Because this subject is important. I'll send everything to you. Every point, whatever I explained orally.
Thank you very much.
Okay, okay.
All right. We
Now,
can go back to the.
after this I will go. Okay, I will leave.
Okay. All right.
Fine. Now I'm creating a secondary data file. Now you look into that. Add. Okay. MyDB 2 underscore S1 secondary one.
Mm.
I have given a name. Okay. What happened to this? Let me check this error.
Okay. It's created.
No, no, it is adding one thing. When I click on that create, okay, I want to do that. I want to go for this once again. New MyDB. I want to add new S, new secondary. Okay, got created. File may be existing that one. Okay.
Oh, hold on. Show,
Now,
show,
if
show, Prasa, show show how you created. Oh, you just have to create database, right?
yes,
Oh, show, no, do that stuff again. How you created the secondary one?
I created secondary one. You observe this again. New
Okay,
database,
okay,
new DB2, new
okay,
DB, okay,
okay,
underscore 2, new DB underscore 2. So this is the primary data file. I want to add secondary, new S, new secondary.
oh,
Okay.
okay.
1 minute, let me check. New DB2 already existing. Sometimes this name of the file, new DB underscore CR. Wow. My CRDB add secondary one got created. Got the point? It got created. Okay. My CRDB, what the name I have given? I forgot the name. My
So,
CRDB.
Prasad,
Okay. Yes.
yeah, you know what? Let us see the existing one. Let's say you wanna existing one is full now. You wanna do the existing one. You know all these one are new ones.
I
Let's say
create a new one. Yes.
no, the existing, the one that is already there. You have your system now.
I didn't get you.
You know, all this one you are doing is new. Let us see how you're gonna add the secondary to the existing database.
Yes. Okay. Already existing one you want to add?
Yeah.
That is anything you can do. You right click.
Okay.
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 Any database, go to properties.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Files you go. Then you can add.
Oh, file. Okay.
Already
So,
two things are there, log file and data file. To that you can add it. Point taken?
okay. Okay.
This is for the existing one. That is for
Exactly.
the new one.
Yeah. I just want to show us how you can do it to the existing data. Let's say it shows. So what is the error that we show to let us know that the
The name of the database is already existing there. Okay.
no, my question is that how will you know that is what you're supposed to do? The error that we gave you, let's say, okay, you have a database and the MDF is full. What is the error that will show us so that we can know that okay, we have to go and you
See
know
that you will get the complaints from the customers, delay in the process, space constraints, space not availability, and it is a part of the administration how much storage is consuming, how much is supposed to be allocated daily, because it would be continuously grows the size, right?
yeah, it will
It is not
continue
that,
to
yes, continuously grows the size, then organizations will take care of storage allocation management. Okay. Suppose here I'm a admin for a small firm. Okay. Like there are 200 employees are there. I'm an administrator of SQL Server. Taken my point? Banga.
yeah,
Banga. I'm a administrator.
yeah, I'm here.
The company has 200 employees.
Yeah,
Daily, the average record entry is 1000. Okay,
yeah,
transaction entry.
yeah,
So now you have 10 terabytes of storage. So you observe that it is already reached nearly 9 terabytes of storage has been filled. Okay. The average occupation is nearly 500 GB per day or 100 GB per day. So you complain to your management team that any situation we may run out of memory because I've been observing the load on the server and storage constraints like non-availability. So database, the management has to take a decision to extend the size or capacity of your storage, right? That is always a bottleneck out of memory running.
yeah.
So how
But
do you assess it, manual or using some tools?
yeah,
Yes.
I understand. Now you mentioned something. The load on the server. Is that where you're monitoring? I
No,
know
no,
you
no,
want to.
no. That is like load on the server is like that is only load on the request. Okay. Load on the process, load on the execution. That is different from availability of the storage. Okay. Availability of the storage checking that how much you allocated average requirement, it is continuously grows on. So automatic growth you can choose here. Point taken.
Yeah.
See, Banga is very simple.
Okay.
In big scenario, the cloud enabled storage. It will be replicated even storage also. And storage servers are available where automatically the storage can be allocated. But in a small general scenario, you have to manually check it. Second thing, in case if you are running out of memory, it will generate some messages like notifications. Okay, like how your computer runs without storage. So I will get the messages from my computer when I am running out of memory. See that?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So for this, see here I will get a message like notification. your computer running out of memory. Such
Oh.
type of messages will be generated through the database.
Mm.
Point taken?
Yeah. So the database will be giving us notification on that if the memory.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes. Fine, Banga. Then I'll pass for today. Okay. And we'll continue the same from tomorrow. So will you
Okay.
join tomorrow?
What is that?
Will you join tomorrow for class?
Yeah, I will join 7 o'clock. I will try to join 7 o'clock tomorrow.
7 o'clock in the sense same like today or same like yesterday?
Now it is becoming 1 hour now.
1 hour, 1.5 hour you want to join? Tell me.
No, what I'm saying, my agreement with Sheka is going to be 1 hour 30 minutes. But now it's. I mean, even with you, I thought we're going to be doing.
No, tell me what is the time now?
Time is 8:33 now.
8:30. Okay.
8:30, 8:30. Let's say 8:30. Yeah. So and then
8:30.
you came in like
I
after
will tell.
7, as like 7 something, 7:30.
8:30.
Yeah, you came
8:30.
7:30 and this 8:30. So this is 1 hour.
So will you join at 7 o'clock tomorrow?
I will join 7 o'clock tomorrow. 7.
So your 7 is my 5:30. Okay, then great. I will join.
So we finish by 8:30 tomorrow in
Yes,
my
your
time.
time 8:30, my time 7.
Okay.
So my time 5:30, your time 7. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So taken point. See, observe the time clock.
Okay.
So time is 7. Okay, 7:05, but you consider it as 7. So your time is 8:30. That
Mm-hmm.
means if I join at 5:30, your time will be 7. Am I right?
So Prasa, we're gonna do on Saturday, okay? Just to make up with the hours.
Pardon?
I said, what about Saturday? We're gonna do on Saturday.
I will be available round the clock, but
Oh,
organizers also should be available, right?
sure,
Let
they
me check.
will. Yeah.
So let me check with them, then I'll confirm. But tomorrow we can meet. Tomorrow, no
Yeah,
problem.
so tomorrow we'll be back. I will try. I will try to be here by 7. So I'll be waiting for you, okay?
I will be
7.
connected by 7,
Okay.
your time.
All
Fine,
right.
fine,
Thank
fine.
you.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye. Me, more time here. So come on, where I'm on record.